Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the JayCast. Welcome, people. Welcome. It's the 3rd of July, but tomorrow's the 4th, and so I'm ready. I'm ready to I'm gonna cheers that. Oh no! Almost just spilled my beer. How to kind of weave it through some things, but anyways, hope everyone's gonna have a nice holiday week. Celebrate the 4th, responsible, being responsible and, not drinking and driving, none of that shenanigans. But here's to the 4th. And that right there, that tastes like US of A. Just delicious. Shout out to Sierra Nevada for that delicious, wonderful beer. But before we get into the episode, got to give a shout out to my sponsor, Redwood Cove Brewing Company. They always come at you with them heavy hitters, and the boy Eric Jensen, the CEO, is hard at work. So shout out them. But we're doing it big here today. Kind of just wanted to go over the the NBA, the free agency. Free agency's been crazy this year in the NBA. It's been one for the Bucks. There's been some winners and there's been some losers. And that's how usually these things go. But some of the losers, they're taking hard L's, very hard. So, got a video for you. Got a video to play for you. Here we go.
That news. He went what? Right there. Wow, bro. I'm getting chills up here. Wow, that's so crazy. Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah. Fucking some crazy stuff happening. KD and Kyrie going to Brooklyn. KD with $164 million 4 years, and Kyrie $141 million 4 years. Now they won. They did whatever they did. They got the two of the best players in the NBA to come join their squad. And their big brother team, or whatever you want to call it, across the street, across the other town, the New York Knicks. Now they took an L. And when I was talking about people taking L's, New York Knicks, you have taken an L. And my thing is they should have hired Stephen A. Stephen A should have been the manager, the coach, the front office, everything. He should just be the face of the organization, because he's the only one out there, smart enough to he had all these great ideas, like maybe what the Knicks could do. This could be happening. Kyrie and KD probably should be on the Knicks. They probably should be on the Knicks, but they're not. They fucked up. And and Stephen A, like he's been telling people, warning people, stay off the weed. Stay off it. You don't need it. Stay off the weed. I don't know what weed they're smoking up in New York. I don't even know if it's weed. But you're going to tell me you're going to miss out on every single free agent just to pick up Julius Randle. Now that is an L. Big L. And I hope RJ Barrett, that you're expecting this bull who hasn't even played an NBA game yet. He hasn't even played an NBA game, and he's the best player on the court. And I know that's good. That's far. Like I said, we haven't seen him play and develop yet. But I'm just the Knicks, man. What a sorry organization you have there. You know, just very disappointing. And and Stephen, like I said, Stephen A. He's said it. He's been there. Just listen to the guy, and maybe you could have a good team. But instead, your team is just pretty ass. And and then you're gonna have the Brooklyn Nets be the team of New York. I mean, good for the Nets. Stephen A. Like, I'll go back to Stephen A. He's said it. The Knicks have done more in the the Nets have done more in the last 3 years than what the Knicks have done in a half century. So, yeah, man, stay off the weed, dude. I don't know what kind of weed you're smoking. I don't know if, they're taking too many edibles and they don't even know what's going on. I don't think they even know what what sport they play. I don't even get it. But to sign Julius Randle, you're going to miss on everybody and go ahead and sign Julius Randle. Wow, But you did it to yourself. You played yourself. And, I don't feel that bad. I don't feel bad. But that was not the only L that went down. That went down in the free agency. The boy Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets decides to go to the Miami Heat. Okay? The Miami Heat, now the Miami Heat just traded Whiteside to the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, I don't know what they're smoking either. That they need to stay off the weed too, because that is just, I don't even get it. I guess he just doesn't want to win a championship. I guess Jimmy Buckets doesn't want to win a championship. He just does not care. There's no other words, for me to describe how bad of a decision that is. And if he thinks he's going to come out there and, run tables and take this team to an NBA championship, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It is not happening. But, Jimmy, you get your money and maybe you're happy that you're you get to live in Miami. I don't know. That was just mind-blowing to me. I just can't believe Jimmy Buckets. And supposedly he was offered, let's see, what does it say? Oh, he turned down a 5 years max deal with the Sixers. Turned it down. He said, nope, I'm going to Miami. Now, like I said, I have nothing really else to say. It's just a terrible decision. Terrible. He's his own man. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He's making his money. But, man, but you ain't going to be winning a championship. That's what you're definitely not going to be doing. No championships are going to be made. None. You'll be lucky to even make the 8th seed of the playoff. And I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he proves everyone talking shit wrong. But as of now, that is a trash-ass move. Fucking trash. But, it's just the way she goes. It's the way she goes, and there's not much you can do now. Now we just got to sit back and relax, and hopefully, we'll see. I don't know. I don't even understand the whole move behind the idea behind that. I know he's getting paid. I forget exactly how much money it was, but he is getting paid though, so I gotta give him that. But but there's other JJ Redick, 2 years. Let's see, 2 years, $26.5 million. $26.5 million for 2 years for to NOLA. Yes, NOLA. And New Orleans. Shout out New Orleans. They have a team. They got a young squad. I think JJ will fit in perfectly right into that mix of the young talented guys they got there. And be a veteran. It's his time to shine. Okay, we're gonna have you got 2 Duke boys up in there. You got the boy Zion and you got the boy JJ. Just Duke legends right there. So I'll be excited. I'm excited to see what they got in store. The West is gonna be the West like always. It's gonna be hard to play. Hard to get that playoff spot with so many good teams. But I feel like that's a good move for JJ. I love seeing the boy Redick ball. So I hope the best for him. And then D Lillard, I believe it's 4 years, 196 mil paid out. He deserved it. Max contract. He deserves it. And he got the boy Whiteside to join him. So, things are looking up. Portland's going to be another team, to look out for. They're going to be right back where they were last year. And then, you got D'Angelo Russell to the Warriors for 4 years, 117 mil. Cashing out. These players are cashing out, making the money. And, that was crazy. That was, just like that video. That's crazy, And hopefully, Golden State will probably be right back where they were. I'm not saying it's going to be harder for them to get to the finals, but with KD gone, they can maybe get back on track to the old Golden State way. But yeah. And then, Iggy, and the crazy thing, okay, Golden State, I can't believe they're out here retiring Kevin Durant's number. The boy played there for 3 years. Look, I understand he helped win you guys 2 championships. I get that. But he was there for 3 years, and then you're going to give him the retirement treatment, the number treatment. That's a slap in the face if I'm Iggy. If I'm Andre Iguodala, I'm a little pissed about that. They're not going to retire his number, but they're going to retire KD. I don't know. That was a soft move on the Warriors' part. Very soft. And whatever, man. It is what it is. There's not much I can say about that. It's just soft. That's something that they shouldn't have done. I don't know if they felt like they owed him, or they felt like they pushed him out of there, or I don't know. But very soft move. And I feel like Iggy should have been the one getting his number retired, if anything. But and now Iggy's with Memphis, and so he's got to do, and I think there's been talks about him getting traded to another team. I don't know. It's hard to keep up this NBA free agency. There's so much shit that's going down. But good for him. He's had a great career, and I hope he continues to have a good career, and I'm sure he will. And then, speaking of the Warriors, the boy Clay got a nice deal, 190 mil. Boy, 5 year, 190 mil. Holla at your boy. Holla at your motherfucking boy. That's what's up. Shout out Clay. Clay deserves it, man. I love Clay, and I'm glad to see him get his money, and I'm glad to see him stay with the same team he's been on. So, but yeah, what else happened? What else happened up here? Oh, Jamal Murray, 5 year, 107 mil for the Denver Nuggets. Another just maxed out. Dude. So much money. I bet you NFL players look at this and they're just like, what the fuck? We got to step our game up. NBA's out here getting paid. These boys are getting paid. And, it's crazy. NFL's a way higher risk game. I'm so surprised that they don't. And it's, to me, it's like, that's America's game. You could, not to disrespect baseball, but, it's football is definitely taking over. And I believe that's America's game. Like I said, no disrespect to the baseball. I love baseball, But, football definitely is everyone loves football. Everyone, even if you don't like sports, you somehow always end up, watching a football game. Or, you may not even watch a single game through the whole entire year. But you're going to go to a Super Bowl party because what? It's a fucking party and you can get drunk. And, you don't give a shit who wins. But either way, you're going to watch that game. That's not how it is with the World Series. And I understand it's a one game, it's, with baseball and basketball, and hockey, there's it's a 7-game series. So, there's multiple games you got to watch, and it's not, there's games on every night too. You know what I mean? There's always a game on with NFL or just football in general. You got to be waiting. You got to wait to the weekend to see your team play. And there's less games. It's a long season. Football's just definitely, it's just the hype is way more than any other sport, if you ask me. And I could be wrong. You could think otherwise. That's fine. But I just feel bad that these players don't get paid like these NBA players are getting paid. MLB players, they're getting paid. In the NFL, I would think this is just another personal opinion, way harder on your body than any of those other sports. So, getting injured, getting CTE to the dome, I mean? It's just, I'm surprised they haven't, strike to get paid even more. I'm really surprised about it, honestly. But, it is what it is. Everyone, they're still going to play. People love that game. I love that game. And football's coming up around the corner. I cannot wait. I am ready. I'm ready for, I'm a Raiders fan here, but, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. They got another year in Oakland. So, we'll see. We'll see. They're playing in the Coliseum again. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Pretty sure they're playing the Coliseum. I think they got the deal done. They get do another year. Because that stadium in Vegas it's not ready. I'd seen it the other day, and I mean it's getting there, but I seen it a few weeks about a few months ago, and I was like, yeah, there's no way there's no way they're playing there. The stadium was not ready. But then there was talk about them playing at UNLV Stadium. It just doesn't hold the capacity, for a football game, and that would be dumb if they did that. If anything, I'm glad they got the Coliseum. I'm pretty sure they got the Coliseum back. Coliseum's so iconic, and it sucks because, the only Oakland team we're gonna have now is the Oakland A's, and it's kind of sad. Golden State's gonna move over to San Francisco, I believe, and then it's just gonna be the lonely. Once they go to Vegas, once the Raiders go to Vegas, it's gonna be just the lonely A's there, and they deserve a new field. If everyone's moving out, they deserve a new field. The Coliseum deserves to either get refurbished, or they just break it down and build another one, because they deserve it. And I don't know. I think they definitely deserve that shit. Actually, what's an interesting fact? Does any MLB? I don't think so. There's no MLB team sharing a field, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I just thought about that. Anyways, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, what else was I gonna talk about? What else am I sitting here? If you're having a beer and listening, I'll give you a nice cheers. This is look at that color. The color is just beautiful of this beer. I should be drinking some Redwood Cove beer, but unfortunately I'm out of stock. So we gotta wait. Gotta wait for that next batch to be coming. That next heavy hitter. Yeah, but man, 4th of July. Like I said, I hope everyone has a safe 4th of July. Hope you get to be with your friends and family. And have a good time. Maybe do some fireworks. Just really enjoy the day. And if you're working, if you gotta work, then I salute you to that. Go make your money. Go get that bread. But I will be drinking lots of cold ones. Lots of cold ones with the family, so I can't wait to do that. It's going to be real fun. But, yeah, I'm here today. I'm just by myself. I don't got my producer, Trev. I don't got even Mark to grab me beers. I got no guest here today. It's just me doing solo. But, yeah. Oh, anyways, I meant to go over this. Back to basketball. The Sixers actually are going to have a nice starting lineup, but they can't shoot. Their team's not going to be able to shoot a three-pointer. So there's a little bit of a problem there. They got a bunch of good big dudes, but I don't think they're gonna be able to shoot the three, and that's concerning. Um, there was a picture. It's like who's stopping them? Who's stopping this team? And unfortunately, the 3-point line is gonna be stopping them. Yeah, they got Ben Simmons, potential starting lineup: Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, and Joel Embiid. And that's some good players right there. But yeah, none of them can really shoot the three that well, and they're all like big men, so they need a point guard, and that's why I'm surprised. I'm surprised they. I'm sure if Jimmy Buckets would have stayed, they wouldn't have been able to get Al Horford because Jimmy was wanting that money, and maybe it wasn't the money he wanted more money, and obviously he's not. I mean, like I say, he's not gonna win a championship. I mean, that's just my fuck, man. Whatever, do you? But Philly's about to come out with that heat. They just can't shoot the three. Kemba Walker is he's with Boston. He did a 4 years, $141 million. So he deserves that too. He's a great player, and we'll see what happens with them in Boston. That's an interesting little, they don't got that boy Al Horford anymore. But we'll see. We'll see. And but and also the Brooklyn got that boy DeAndre Jordan. He's hopping over just 20 minutes away to join the Brooklyn Nets, the winning New York team. New York's team from just overnight went from the Knicks to Brooklyn. New York, Brooklyn. So shout out. They're doing big money moves there. For a while, I don't even think people even knew that the Nets were a team. But they are now. They could win an NBA championship, but we'll see what Kawhi goes. That's ongoing. We don't fucking know. If my Jalen Rose says, he said this today. Jalen Rose says it's a 99% chance, or he's 99% sure that he is going to stay in Toronto. Now, I don't know how accurate that is. Everyone's been saying he's going to LA. We don't fucking know. We don't know until it happens. And when it happens, we can be like, oh, I fucking knew it. That's when you can start lying and saying you knew it. No one knows but the boy Kawhi. What it do, baby? What it do, baby? So we'll see. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be signing. Actually, no, I can't sign off yet. What am I thinking? I got to be able to drink this beer, which I'm just slowly sipping on before I can end this cast. Man, yeah, it's real lonely out here doing a single one. I might have to hire a new producer. He's not showing up. Just kidding, Trev. Just kidding. But in other news, if y'all like the comedy podcast and comedy, the comics podcasts and shit like Theo Vaughn, Burnt Crystals, Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, Christina P., Mr. JRE, Joe Rogan. Then there was this thing about Tom Segura not liking Theo Vaughn. That there was a little beef between there, and that he had sex with Christina P., which is Tom's wife. And it was called Theogate. They had this big conspiracy about it. And finally, he was on Your Mom's House, and it was definitely kind of awkward. It was definitely a little weird. Um, you know, when Theo showed up, they even pointed out that he was that, or Tom and Christina P pointed out that Theo was in a bad mood. He was, acting probably like a dick, but he was probably just upset at something, which is, whatever. But so I thought that part was weird, like that he was all upset and like it didn't seem like normal Theo. But the thing is like Theo's always different when he's on another person's podcast. When it's his podcast, like he flows way smoother. He did say he was having a bad day and it just threw him off. Now it did get everything else was fine throughout that podcast, but it got really weird when they pulled up the video of Christina P and Theo like 7 years ago, like behind behind stage and like a little interview, and they were touching hands and shit, and Tom had never seen it, and it looked like he got a little pissed off about it. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" But again, they'd be setting that shit up all the time. They said they set up most of the Theo gate. Once they found out it was a thing, that they just started fucking playing along with it, and it was just setting, and it just became this huge debacle. But yeah, that's pretty much it on Theo. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Kind of crazy though. Kind of crazy how all that shit went down. But but then speaking of Tom Segura, him and Burnt Crystals, made, it's called like Two Bears One Cave podcast, and it looks decent. They're funny guys, and so if you want to go look at another podcast, or listen, go check that out. Check it out for the boys. I'm looking at all this free advertisement I'm giving them. What the fuck? Shout out the JayCast. Don't watch any of them actually. Just watch the JayCast and you'll become a smart individual. I promise you. If you listen to me, you'll have your kids listen to me. Guaranteed they'll get into Harvard. Guaranteed. They'll learn something. They'll learnt something. As the young youth would say now, they're getting learnt. So, shout out to the youth. The youth. That's our nation's future right there. We gotta look out. We gotta look out. I hear the music that they're listening to these days and the things they're doing. I mean, another thing. What's crazy is how electronic cigarettes like Juuls, Sorens, the smock, like all those things have just taken over. Like everyone's doing them. Little kids are doing them, and it's crazy. But anyways, I'm signing off.